Hello family, welcome to Room Brothers. This is the next episode of the exciting motorcycling customization and modification build that we are working on called the 𝗧𝗂𝗲𝗁𝗃 SF project. And in case if you are somebody new here or stumbled upon this account just by the reason of algorithm, then you have come to the right place. So let me tell you what Room Brothers is all about. This is the place where man meets the machines, where we talk and work on our own automobiles sitting right at the comfort of our own homes. Here at Room Brothers, we are keeping that old legacy and culture of automotive enthusiasts and lovers alive and kicking. And along the way, maybe inspire this generation to get into the world of automobiles, take it your cars or motorcycles, as long as it's a machine. The idea behind the Room Brothers is to build a strong automotive community united for their love of machines, irregardless of the brand, and help you to work on your own machine sitting right at the comfort of your own home, maybe in your garage or in your parking lot. So clicking that subscribe, follow, like, share and comment buttons is much appreciated, as you would rarely find such rich content in today's social media platforms. I'll tell you the reason why you should follow Room Brothers. Let's say you are somebody who is passionate about automobiles or interested in riding or want to get into riding, then this 𝗧𝗂𝗲𝗁𝗃 SF project will help you a lot, as I'm covering different aspects of how to maintain your machine both for the city and long rides. So that number one, if you ever find yourself on a tricky situation out there on the road, you will know what to do. And number two, you can save a lot of money and headaches from the so-called service center scams that are happening today. I'm sure you have seen such videos. Then number three, when you work on your own machine, you will have this immense satisfaction and the peace of mind that everything is put back together nicely because of the love and care that you have shown towards your machine. And that is something that money cannot buy. Let me address the elephant in the room. In today's day and age, if you want to take your machine, either car or motorcycle, for long distances, then you need to have certain idea about it. You can't blindly trust your roadside mechanic or a puncture guy or even an authorized service center, because you don't fully know what they're doing to your machine. So let's do a quick recap of what we have done in the previous episodes. We have cleaned this fuel tank brace and the fuel tank from all its dirt and the surface rust and the old paint that started to peel off, to the which I will leave the links up here and at the end of the video in case you haven't watched it yet. Since an automobile goes through tough terrains and climatic conditions, this couple of painting episodes that I'm about to publish will help and guide you whenever you paint your machine. And I'll share all the high quality products that I'm using at the end of the video, so don't skip. Now enough of the talking and let's start the painting process. As always, grab your popcorn, sit back and enjoy the ride. As you guys have seen, this turned out to be very good with proper finish that would last for a very long time. Now there are certain procedures that you need to follow while painting, as I am showing with each episode, to attain a proper paint finish, and that's why you can't miss a single episode of this project. Now I use this 𝗙𝗲𝗹 paint remover to peel off the paint, which would cost around 200 to 300 rupees for each can, and a set of emery peppers from 80 to 3000 grit, and sanding machines depending upon the job and the finish that I want. Coming to the paint, I have seen people using acrylic paint cans which would cost just under 200 rupees, but they are designed for household purposes and not at all recommended for automotive use. For automobiles, you need tough VHT paint, which stands for very high temperature resistant paints, and in the Indian market there are very few options available compared to the overseas. I use this Rust-Oleum brand VHT paint, very high temperature resistant paint. This one is matte finish and this one is glossy finish, depending on the job and the finish that I want. Each of this can would cost you from 1300 to 1500 rupees, and that's costly, and I'll tell you why. Number one, very few companies can manufacture this VHT category of paints, and number two, these kind of paints can easily withstand high temperatures from 300 degrees centigrade to 1000 degrees centigrade very easily. Number three, these kind of paints don't require any primer before you apply this onto the part. And number four, they also cure very quickly compared to the other paints. Let me put this disclaimer out there. This is not a sponsored video. Nobody is paying me. This is my hard-earned money that I put into every project that I work. If you want quality and longevity of your machine, then you gotta maintain certain standards and should be willing to shell out some extra money, as we don't regularly paint our machines at every service interval. So why not use some quality products and save ourselves from some headaches? That's why restoration and customization projects like these need some experience and knowledge. And no mechanic or service center is gonna show this level of love and care towards your machine except you, as you begin to work on your machine. That's why I tell you won't regret subscribing to Room Brothers, where the focus is not on gaining views but rather building a strong automotive community. So we're gonna paint the fuel tank nicely, and that's going to be the next episode. As always, ride hard, drive safe, eat healthy, live right, and do good. The mantra of Room Brothers. I'll see you soon. Peace.